What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed and I am back today with yet another video for you all. We're going to talk about Zomedica. Big news finally has made it out. Again, some leaked information potentially, but guys, again, the stock was hit very hard today. So down about 12.14% on the day. In the aftermarket, it bounced 0.81%, which again, this truly surprises me. Only good news really has been coming out for Zomedica, but again, it's being munched. A lot of people have been saying, hey, Zomedica is going to the floor, etc., etc. So for those of us who are able to pounce, congratulations if you've been pouncing. If you sold your shares due to panicking, guys, the market oftentimes plays games with our heads, right? There's the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD. It is something that is well known across the stock market community. Those who are day traders, those who are in Wall Street, they know about these things. So for all of us who are beating the psychological game of continuously getting beat down, those are the ones who truly come out as winners. Because remember what Warren Buffett says: the stock market is a vehicle to take money from the impatient and give it to the patient. And for those of us who are going to be patient, I'm hoping that we're going to see some fantastic results and gains with Zomedica. Again, ticker symbol ZOM. So, full disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I give financial advice. Rather, I'm just a pharmacist who likes to talk about pharmaceutical penny stocks, pharmaceutical stocks in general, and some of the potential they have long term. So with Zomedica, we talked about this one at 39 cents a share. So we're still up pretty significantly since then, but it's pulled back a lot, right? Up to about 200%, but at some point we were up 550%. People set the trailing stop losses, as I've mentioned, to do so, made their fantastic gains on that, and now maybe some re-entry points are presenting themselves. But before I continue to the big news that dropped, I do want to give a quick shout out to the Webull affiliate that I have. So if you want 2 free stocks, 1 free stock for making a Webull account, all you got to do is go on the website, use the link below, sign up. The second free stock, if you deposit $100 into your brokerage account, just $100, you get a stock valued between $8 and $1,600. So don't sleep on this. Get your free stocks by clicking the link in the description below. Now, as you guys know, there's something called the S&P 500. That is the Standards & Poor 500 index in the United States. It's the top 500 companies. Now, there's also an S&P 500 pharmaceutical industry specifically, right? It's its own ETF, which is a diversified ETF, or some type of a holdings group of holdings of different stocks that again, to help you diversify instead of just putting all your money into one basket. As we know, like the other, let's see if it shows us the 1 month chart. If it doesn't, regardless, doesn't matter. If you could see here, this is the current price of the S&P 500 pharmaceuticals. So XPH is the ticker, and if you scroll down, you can see some of the companies they have in this one: Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Bristol Myers, Zoetis. So you can see Merck & Co. Big pharmaceutical players, especially right now, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson being up there. Moderna is on here as well. But again, some of these companies are big. You look at the market cap, $201 billion, $43 billion, etc. So you can see big market caps. But regardless, why am I talking about this one here? Guess what was added April 2021, just the beginning of this month. I'm going to switch my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it is none other than that I'm highlighting here. Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM, is part of the ETF. They have 4.9 million shares added into the S&P 500 pharmaceuticals ETF as of, again, this is just as of April 6th. So Zomedica Corp, number 22 on the list here. So as you guys can see, that is some fantastic news. Remember when Tesla got into the S&P 500? Again, the main S&P, that was huge news. It propelled the stock forward. For Zomedica entering into this one, this is a selective process, guys. These companies that are on here, these 50, how many are there? About 53, 54 companies. This is a very selective process. So the fact that they put Zomedica on this ETF is big news. That maybe means that it's going to have some strong potential, giving us more conviction in our company. That's not the big news that I wanted to share with you all today. Sorry for the black screen. What I wanted to talk about is Miller Vet Supply. So if you go on the website, click shop online, you go in here and then you can see Truforma cartridges. So the TSH cartridges, the ACTH, again, to check adrenal, cortisol levels, the cortisol cartridges, T4, so again, thyroid hormone, and the Truforma are all listed on their website. Now, there's a little leak. I'm not going to put the screenshots on the screen, but I will tell you guys what I saw for pricing. So the Truforma, it is said that the biosensor diagnostic unit is $12,500 or so, give or take. So again, relative to what we were thinking that it was going to come out to be, that is right around the ballpark, right? We were saying between $10,000, maybe $12,000, $13,000. So it's right around there. And the big thing is, you could see, is the Truforma cartridges. So the thing that I like is they come in packs of 10 for use. Now I went on just to look at, what are veterinarian costs for, getting a dog's thyroid test. So the cost of diagnosis of hypothyroidism is relatively slight. Testing typically runs between $50 and $150. Now, so if it's $150, right now what it looks like for the TSH cartridges, the thyroid ones, it was around $400, what I saw listed on the site. But regardless, this is only open to vets. That's why, unless you're a vet yourself, you can go in and find the pricing out, or you can do your own due diligence and not sign in. But regardless, between $50 and $150 is what it typically costs to do a thyroid test. Now, if it comes as packages of 10, I told you guys that the 10 units cost about $400 to $500. So you're looking at $1,000 margin per pack of 10 cartridges. I don't know the data between by how many tests are typically run for thyroid or for ACTH or T4, all the other different tests that Truforma offers, but I do know the margin here is pretty nice. And a lot of people pay for the convenience, right? That's the biggest thing, is you have to price in the convenience factor. The fact that it's going to be such a quick test, you get results immediately instead of having to wait for it to be sent to a lab. A lot of dog owners, just like parents, right? For a pediatric patient, treat your pets. People treat their pets as if they're their own kids, right? So always remember, what do you do with your kid? You want quick results. You want to get that kid treated ASAP. Dog owner, cat owners, same thing. You want to get them treated as soon as possible. So you'll pay that difference for the convenience. And guess what? It seems like whoever ends up owning a Truforma device in their office is going to be able to price that in. So again, between $50 and $150, if again it's about $50 a cartridge or so, you can make maybe up to $100 margin per test, which is pretty magnificent. Over time, that can really bring in more revenues into your practice, which is big incentive for those vets that don't have this product, on order, maybe look into buying it. So again, that's just some quick thing that I looked into. Now, the technicals. Guys, I know it looks terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a person that likes to beat a dead cat, a dead horse, etc. I see the comments. I've seen the haters. I've seen all of it. I've seen the different perspectives. But as you can see here, we broke resistance or support yet again. Currently sitting at $1.23 a share. We need the company to come out with a statement. We got some news. We have some information about the Truforma. We're looking for that. We know what the comparator price might look like, sending it out to a lab. But the next support line now is at 89 cents a share. So again, I bought in at $1.32. I was very transparent. I showed you guys on the portfolio directly, but I'm looking to potentially average down if I see it pull back even more. If it doesn't, hoping it doesn't get back to that 89-cent support line, because if it breaks $1, people are going to panic sell like crazy, and we're going to see this thing continue to go down to probably 89 cents. But if the company comes out with some positive news and that gives people, solidarity and conviction in the stock, we're going to hopefully see this break through the $1.30 resistance, even the $1.43, and I can see it even breaking $1.69 and going back to around the $2 range. But we need a statement from Zomedica's PR and their group, their CEO. Somebody needs to come out and address something for us, because we need updates. That's how you keep a company healthy, right? It's to keep the investors excited about the company. Now, the S&P 500 edition, fantastic. To the pharmaceutical ETF, that is good news for us that are long-term holders. For those of us who are more short-term, hopefully that means we're going to see a bounce back as soon as we need one more confirmation or something to give people affirmation towards this investment, and that is the company coming out and telling us something about the Truforma. Maybe an update on the amount of orders that are being placed, maybe an update about anything, just something. I need them to come out and tell us something. So, if Zomedica, I don't know, I doubt they watch my videos, but if you do, give us an update. We're all looking for an update. Every single one of us is just waiting to hear something. So again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Your support has just been, astronomical. So I can't thank you enough. Again, I always say, get your 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on Webull. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Instead, get some free cash. Take it and leave it. Take it or leave it, I should say. All right, guys, so I talked about the technicals, talked about everything. I don't know. Comment down below what you think of Zomedica. What do you think is going to happen in the short interim? What do you think is going to happen in the long term? Even in the short term? And moving forward, what are you planning to do? Are you planning to pounce as it pulls back? Are you someone who panic sold? But remember, the market plays a lot of psychological games, and if we could beat that, that's how we end up making very substantial gains in the long term. So until next time, everybody, keep investing.